Rock 108, Real Rock Radio. Chaz with you, and fortunate enough to be on the phone with the band Chevelle. In fact, Pete, Dean, and Sam on the line. First of all, thanks for taking a little bit of time and talking with us, man.
You got it.
Currently on tour with Bush. How's the tour going right now?
It's pretty good. No. Yeah, I mean, every night's an adventure, you know, like Pete says, every night's Friday night for us, so great.
You got Filter kicking off the show, too. 25 singles, 3 bands every night.
You guys big fans of Bush before the tour?
Yeah. When we were, I think I went to see them at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago when I was like 18 or 17, something like that. And they were playing with Hum. Hum? Really? Yeah.
Is that right?
That's a great band right there.
Yeah.
That is a great band. They should get back together, too.
I'm really a fan of their side project they got going on right now called Shush.
Shush is a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, they mostly just do jazz covers of Bush songs. That was good, Dean.
Really? That sounds interesting. You guys ever thought about doing something like that, you know, kind of going out of your genre a little bit and doing something, you know,
we
jazz?
Can't fit all our stuff in an elevator.
Yeah. That's the problem. Can't fit the Big Dumb Rock Show in the elevator.
Well, if you guys could choose a tour to be on, like, say, past or present, what bands would you personally choose to play with?
That's a good question, man. That is tough. That is a tough one. I mean, because you gotta go past the present, and man, I don't know.
You saw Helmet, didn't you?
Yeah, we just saw Helmet, but we've been out with Helmet before, and that was awesome. Man, I mean, do you go like to Led Zeppelin? Yeah, or do you go to like U2? Go all the way back to Frankie Avalon? Go to freaking Elvis? Cash? Johnny Cash? Right, Johnny Cash.
Elvis from prison?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Or do you go more current? Yeah. Some of our favorite current bands. Rage Against the Machine or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We did stuff with Audio Slave, and that was great. Everybody's like, Rage is current. Yeah. I know. That's probably... Did they tour anymore? I don't know. Yeah, they toured last year. Okay, cool. Yeah. Mastodon would be cool. They're a good band.
Well, let's, talk about, the tour ends at the end of this month. I mean, you guys weren't out for a very, very long time. I mean, hell, you guys have done tours like close to 2 years before, so this one was a piece of cake for you guys. But is there another tour that you guys are planning on jumping on right after this one, or what's going?
Well, we'll have a little bit of time in between, but we have Christmas shows and things like that we're doing in December. We've got some television shows for promoting the record, which comes out December 6th. So we have a lot of that stuff going on, and then we'll be going to do a headline tour as well.
Right.
Should be fun.
Well, are you guys like pranksters whenever you're on tour, or do you get a lot of pranks pulled on you guys?
We're pretty low key.
Yeah, it's half and half. You know, when we do with each other, we'll kind of pull things on each other. Like one of our guitar tech's wife is coming out, so we, posted some naked pictures on the inside of his bunk. That kind of thing. I mean, it's pretty harmless.
Let's dive into the new album, Hats Off to the Bull. It comes out on December the 6th. Just in time for Christmas. It'd be a great gift or a stocking stuffer, right?
You betcha. Stuff your socks with us.
You guys ever, wrap up some of your swag and give them as gifts?
No, we never have. That's pretty funny, though.
People just take it.
Well, I mean, I asked that because, sometimes during Christmas, there's always that one or two people that you just kind of forget, I mean, it's not like you don't like them or whatever, but you're just like, oh, crap, I didn't get them a gift. And me being in radio and being a DJ and everything, I look around my office and go, all right, well, I have this CD, I got this T-shirt, here's a free Whataburger, I mean.
Actually, that's not bad.
I remember being 10 years old. It was the first thing I remember wrapping. It was a used Frisbee for my sister.
Yeah.
I wrapped it up, and she was so mad.
Really?
Yeah.
You got her. She's 10 years older than you. How can she be mad?
She just loves being mad at me, I guess.
Sisters do, man.
I mean, it was her Frisbee.
It was her Frisbee. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, like I said, Hats Off to the Bull is the name of the new record and everything. What's the story behind the title of the new record? I've heard a couple of different stories, but I wanted to hear it from you guys.
It's just rooting for the underdog, and Face to the Floor, the new single, is kind of a pissed off, angry song for all those people that got taken by the Ponzi scheme that Bernie Madoff he had for all those years. So it's for Kevin Bacon.
For Kevin
Bacon. It's a song for Kevin Bacon. Hats off to Kevin Bacon. Right. I heard he had some money with that guy, and feel bad for him, so we wrote a song about it.
Well, I understand bullfighting is something that you guys kind of frown upon and everything. Did that have anything to do with the title?
Well, as I get older, I just get more. I'm getting more involved in just awareness, and I'm part of the ASPCA and just anti-cruelty to animals. So, but you know what? The title is encompassing the whole album, so it doesn't have to be taken literally that we're just bashing, this one sort of blood sport, which we don't agree with. But so that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
Cool. Now, have you guys ever ridden a bull or a mechanical bull?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've done that. Mechanical, yeah.
Mechanical, not a real bull.
From what I understand, the real bull rolls its skin compared to the mechanical bull.
Uh-huh.
And the mechanical bull has to be ridden without underpants in order to really hold on.
So you get that grip?
Yeah, you got to get some grip. That's what we saw the other day.
Right.
She wasn't wearing any underpants. Yeah, we were literally at this cowboy bar. I don't know how we ended up there, but it was pretty awful.
I can imagine so, man. Well, let's get back to the record and everything. This is like your 6th album. Is there anything on this record that you did that you have never done on any previous Chevelle records?
Talkbox, organ, cello, triangle.
My wife sings on a chorus with Pete.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I guess a whole bunch of things.
A lot of stuff. Was it more?
A lot of stuff.
Was it more experimental, or did you guys kind of have an idea that this is exactly what we're going to do whenever we get in the studio?
The songs were mapped out, but the experimental stuff, like the organ, came later.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Baresi was kind of a perfect catalyst for all these ideas that we've, been thinking about, and the opportunities to do them and having stuff ready, and
Yeah, he's Joe Baresi, our producer, and he pulled from so many. His ideas came from like a lot of classic rock and stuff. Things that we hadn't pulled from, really obscure stuff.
Right.
And it was cool because he'd be like, "Hey, I think that this could work. Check out how they used this and see if this could work for you." And it was cool. It was great.
Now, a lot of bands might write stuff separately, and then come back, come together later in the studio. But you guys actually write most of your stuff like together, right?
Yeah, Pete will. A lot of times, Pete will bring us a riff, and maybe like a chorus or a verse, something that's just a piece of a song, and then we sit there together and we work it out.
Yeah.
And then sometimes stuff comes from from us playing together, just a random beat or a line.
Sometimes Satan just flashes in a big band of smoke and says, check this tasty lick out. So it's really all over the place.
One of the things that I've always admired about you guys is the fact that, you have such a full kick-ass sound for only a 3-piece band. I mean, I've heard 5- and 6-piece bands that sounded like crap, but you guys, it almost seems like there's a 4th person in the band. I mean, have you ever thought about bringing in a 4th person, or have you always be a 3-piece band?
No, I think it'd be cool to set the guitar down every once in a while, but now to bring it into this, it would be tough. Mm-hmm. So probably not, but it would, we'd always like to have somebody come up and jam with us.
We'd have more stuff to wreck, though.
That's true.
Well, I could tell you right now that if you ever need anybody to come in and play the cowbell, I'm like a professional. I mean, I can play the cowbell like no other, man.
Old diapers.
Not to toot my own horn.
Plated diapers.
Yeah. So, like, if you ever need anybody, if you ever decide, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and experiment and have a 4th member and everything, we'll get old Chaz at Rock 108 to play the cowbell for us. So,
you got it, bro.
You keep that in mind, all right? You've had a lot of success over the years, and already having success with the first single. I mean, it's top 20 in alternative radio right now. And out of all the successes, is there anything that you have not accomplished yet as a band?
Madison Square Garden. We never played there. Yeah, Wembley. Number 1 on the Billboard Top 200.
Is that right?
Never did that.
Yeah.
Did number 3. A couple of things there.
Where do you see yourselves in 10 years as a band?
As a band?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it all depends. We love to play and write, and this is what we do. So, but it's so hard to say. We've done so much.
Well, guys, once again, appreciate you taking some time and talking with us this afternoon. And good luck to you guys on the road. We'll see you out on tour.
Thanks for rocking the single, man. I appreciate it.
Right on.
We'll see you on the road.